Hi everybody, welcome back to the farm. As you can see around us, spring is slowly taking off. Everything is leafing out, blooming, and so does our gardening season. It's slowly taking off. We already started planting some of the stuff. We got some cabbage, onions, and some other cold tolerant stuff over the end between the raised beds and our market garden. But today we're gonna start preparation of the potato seedlings to get them in the ground. We recently did a video on unboxing these potatoes. We got these from Holland Bulb Farm. They were in five pound bags. Make sure you check out their video. It was unboxing and review of Holland Bulb. But today we're going to prepare them for the planting. And what I mean by that is we are going to divide them. So you can absolutely even skip this step and just plant this entire thing, and you will definitely get potatoes out of this. However, you can actually be a little more rationalized, and you can cut up these in a couple of different pieces and get a couple of different seedlings. So technically you can cut out each one. So these are called eyes wherever you have these little roots where the potato plant is going to send a shoot. So you can technically cut out each one and and each one will have a plant on its own. But to be safe, it's always good to have two to three on each potato seedling. So that's what we're going to do on these. So we're going to look at these and which one we can divide into multiples and which one we're going to have to leave. Like some of these, like this one has only one. So this one we're just going to leave as it is and plant it as it is. And this one, going to make sure you have a sharp knife. So we have 1, 2, 3 here. That's a number 4, 5 here in the back. So we want to cut this part here with these 3. Right there. We're going to leave this in a dry spot just to dry out. Usually overnight is good, and you can plant them next day. Now this, we're going to look at this part here. It looks like we can do another cut and plant and get one more. So we get 1, 2, and 3. Can do a cut kind of like here. So we have 3 there and 3 here. 1, 2, 3, and even 4th one here. So out of 1 potato, we got nice 3 seedlings that we can plant. Now we're gonna go to the rest of the basket and do that exact same thing with the rest of these potatoes. Let's find another one good for dividing. See, there's different stages of these shoots. So this is probably a week or so old, and this is just the beginning stage here. So this one here will also send out a shoot. This one here will send out a shoot. This one here. So this one can literally cut right on half. And have 2 nice seedlings. Rest is a repetitive process. I'm just going to go through the rest of the crates and divide the rest of them, and I'll bring you back all alone. So, all right. Alright, so Kevin and I have divided everything everything looks great. As you can see, you want to try to face this away from each other, so you don't want to leave them. We're leaving these only overnight, so you don't want to leave them touching the wet sides, cuts touching each other. That kind of encourages the molding and all that. But this way, if no wet parts are touching each other, this should dry out and age very quickly and kind of heal overnight. So right now we're going to store them in a cool, dark spot, probably in our garage, until tomorrow. And tomorrow we'll get them into the ground, amend the soil and get them into the ground. And see you there for that video. All right, day 2 of potato planting project. So today we're gonna put the potatoes in the ground. Yesterday we cut them and divided them all up. So now you can see they're pretty much, the cut side is all dry. There's no wet residue on it, and all cured. Now we're gonna get the soil ready and put them in the ground. Tomorrow we're expecting a whole day of rain, which will be perfect just to soak them up nicely and get them ready for the nice growing season. But as you can see, they're all nicely dried out, and that's what you want before planting. You don't want to plant the fresh cut potatoes. So most likely we're gonna have two rows of 3. Yesterday I went and already dug some of the holes right here, so they are kind of in a zigzag pattern. These two are across from each other, about 2 feet apart, and this one is on top in the middle 3. So that's gonna be, this is about 3 feet wide total, and about 50 feet long. So we have 150 feet of potatoes, single row potatoes in one row basically. So what we're gonna do with this, we're gonna put some compost in. Let me just fill up this bucket quick. This is the same compost that we use in our raised beds. So we're just gonna go around and just drop a little bit of compost in each hole, like so. Should give it a good start. And I'll let Kevin do that, and I still need to do the other row of the holes for the potatoes. So I'm gonna grab a hoe and we're gonna do this. So on that side I usually dig from the other side, because there's going to be a walking path on the other side. Just go like this in a zigzag pattern. This string kind of keeps me in a straight line. When you have a fresh ground that was digged for the first time in I believe 15-20 years here, you will find these little bundles of grass roots. So first year, you unfortunately, there's no other choice but to pick these out. But slowly we'll get rid of most of the weeds at least. And now we'll go on the other side. This is going to be a 3-foot walkway on this side, and do this side here as well. All right, Kevin is going to get the compost, and I'm going to get to these holes, and see you back for planting. So we have compost in every hole, about a handful, which should be plenty. Next thing that we're gonna do, we are going to plant them. So each potato, we're gonna put any one that are cut, we're just gonna put the cut side down, so it will encourage the sprouts to go up, like so, and just go around. So this one really doesn't matter, but you can kind of see which way the sprouts want to grow. So instead of putting them upside down, it just doesn't make sense. Use your common sense and make sure that help those sprouts reach the outside as soon as they can. So that's what we're gonna do. We have 5 different kinds. We have 3 white or yellow and 2 reds. So we're gonna go yellow, red, yellow, red. So that way we can easily see which potatoes are where. They are all between 100 and 110, 120 days to maturity. So we're looking at about a first week of August to harvest most of these. So we're really looking forward to see that. So now we're just gonna go around and we're gonna start with Yukon Gold, which are our favorite potatoes. We're gonna start with them and then just go with the rest. Oops, what is this? Might have a whole row of these. So 10 pounds. Oops. Flipped. There are 20 holes in each row, so I'm sorry, 60 times 3, so that's 60 holes in each section. So give us plenty of potatoes. Keep it simple. There's no reason to complicate any of this. Make it enjoyable. And just get it done. Wow, one extra. So let's find a small one right here. So it's kind of small. We'll put 2 there. We have a whole row, 60 mounds of Yukon Gold. There's a few of them that didn't land right, so we're gonna fix these quick. Center them. Final step to do, rake and cover them up, and that's about it. In about probably 10 days to 2 weeks, you should have some potato sprouts. Within a month, this will be completely green and you won't be able to see the ground. I mentioned earlier, we have rain in the forecast for all day tomorrow, which will give them a nice soak and really good start. We do have a couple of 30 degrees temperatures. I believe it's tomorrow night and next day, and hopefully that is it for this season with 30s. We certainly are ready for full spring. All right, so potato planting project has come to conclusion. We underestimated how much potatoes we had, so we had to peel out additional rows. So now we have three rows, or three row sections, I guess, for a better, lack of a better word. So we have a whole 3 row section of Yukon Gold. Then we have, what are they? Let me just grab the brand. What do we have? Then we have next to, we have Red Norland up here up top, and then we have yellow mid-season Mega Chip White down at the bottom, about 30 holes. And back here we have red late season. These two are late season. They're about 120 days, 115, I believe, 120 days. These two right here, that is russet and La Rosa red. Red Lesotho, yes. So yeah, it's really exciting just to see. Yesterday we planted the rest of the garden. If Kevin, you can show them. Yesterday we did. That's another video, but we did. We at the auction we got some cabbage and kale, very cheap seedlings, and about 100 and something of them. So yesterday we put those in the ground. We also have a row of 3 rows of corn, sweet corn. Kind of also, it will serve as a barrier, wind barrier for the rest of the garden a little bit, but it will also get us some nice sweet corn. But we can definitely see, it's really exciting to see garden take shape, and just to see everything coming along so nicely. We forgot to mention we did purchase a tiller. We got this from Tractor Supply, actually. Tractor Supply online, they had a special on this one. It is a Earthquake Victory 212 cc's. So far I've used it the last 2 days. I'm really happy with it. It's a fairly powerful tiller, and it will serve us until we get a bigger tractor, definitely. Anything else, Kevin?
Nope.
I think that's gonna do it for now. Next thing that we're gonna plant, we're probably gonna start on our market flower garden, start planting some of that stuff. We do have temperatures in 30s next 2 nights, high 30s, but everything that's planted outside should be fine. We just need to bring in some of our seedlings. Hopefully this is end of our cold season, frost season, and we can start enjoying our full spring soon. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Please comment on what you planting in your area, wherever you are, and hope to see you in a next coming video. Thanks for watching.